How's my hair looking? Better put a hat on. Well, now that I'm somewhat presentable, I'll explain to you guys what I got myself into this morning. As you can see behind me, I got myself a ball of worms. I was experiencing a little bit of pop noise every once in a while. I usually tend to do it when it was cold in the morning. When I turn on my AC, it's making all sorts of racket under there. So I decided to start digging. I've probably been out here for at least a good hour, Googling and YouTubing, figuring out how to take this dash apart without breaking everything. As you can see, I took the whole top of the dash off. It's sitting in the bed. All the other bits and pieces are in the back there. But let me grab this here. That is our problem. And what I found, get this damn lid off this thing, I might be able to show you. Kind of tough to do one-handed. There we go. Now, looking at it from that angle, everything seems to be just fine. But if you turn it and spin, you might notice a little bit of a problem in there. Oh man, I'm shaking like Michael J. Fox. All right. A little bit of my grandpa's lob jeans causing me to shake, but you can see we got ourselves a crack on that gear. And when it's cold in the morning, imagine that centerpiece right there being aluminum probably shrinks just enough that it allows that to slide and pop. Or when it catches that wider spot in the gear, it just doesn't want to go by. So I had to order me some parts. Hopefully it shows up tomorrow sometime and I can get this put back together in a timely manner. But just thought it'd be interesting to show you guys what exactly I'm dealing with. Guess I should have tried to catch it on video before I tore it apart, the noise it was making, but I didn't really think to video what's going on until after I got it tore apart. But that gear there is my grief. As you can see, right back in here is where that goes, up against that, which means the majority of what you're doing is by braille, and what it does is it flaps that blend door back and forth. So that was that right there is set where it's pulling air from the outside when you got it running. So basically that button there, and then you go from that mode, which is closed, to open. And if you look down in there, you can see the top of that hamster wheel or the blower motor down there. So when it's in that forward position up against the firewall, it's actually pulling air from within the cabin, recirculating, which would be that button there. Air from outside, recirculate the air from inside. Oh, so much fun. That means I probably got about another hour's worth of work once the part shows up to put this thing back together. So we're sitting idle, get the parts ordered. Hopefully they'll be here pretty quick. I think Amazon had it overnight, so see if I can get this thing put back together tomorrow. In the meantime, any of you guys new to the channel or old to the channel, hit up my Instagram account at AimlessB. PM me any questions you guys might have concerning the channel, or maybe you just got questions about me or my life or Big Red, or ask why my wife's not more involved with the channel. And I'll try to do a sit down and Q&A see if we can explain a few things if you guys got questions. So fire those over to at aimlessb on Instagram on the personal message, and as soon as I got enough questions, I'll sit down and do a little bit of a Q&A for you guys. Maybe we'll do a little bit of a podcast style Q&A. We're out here dinking around doing some shop stuff today. I started working on it before I started videoing like usual. Sometimes you're just working and you don't think about filming it until you get into it. So I'll show you guys what I'm doing here. All right, we got the engine hoist that I welded the 2-inch 2x2 in there in a video in the past so we could use it in the back of the truck. We got it in the back of the Freedom Willys. So it's a makeshift, weird looking sort of wrecker thing. I don't know. Anyways, got this big heavy fabrication table that's enormously too big to go in my garage, but what I want to do, chopped about 1/3 of it off, build the frame underneath it, put some wheels under it so I can wheel it in and out of the garage. But to do that, I got to get it over where I can cut it up. So we got that hoist in the back of the Willys, whatever you want to call it. And I've chained this thing up. We're going to see if we can lift it up, move it over there in front of the shop so I can chop it up. So I can take them off. How about I won't melt the shit out of them? I do have a newer pair of those somewhere. One of the ones I've had since high school. So I remember doing that. I remember melting that. Well, heating it to where it shrunk around my finger. Now it's all wonky. It's 4 million degrees out here. That's why. Sweat my dick off. Walk out here to show you how brilliant I really am. As you've watched for the last 10 minutes, not that I'm gonna make you guys suffer through that, but it's just blowing holes. It's not doing nothing. You know, look down inside of there. Looks like there's 2 layers. Thinking, what the heck? I'm right over top of the bottom brace. So I might flip this thing on its side and just use the outside edge of that and cut it there. Oh, I'm a ding dong. Some days, man, I don't know how I put my shorts on in the morning, you know? Not always the smartest dude. Never claimed to be.
I'm not a smart man.
That looks pretty sketchy. Let's use it.
I'm not a smart man.
I'm severely underestimating the size and weight of that thing. I don't know why the camera decided to shut off halfway through that shot of me flipping him back over, but as you can see, it's on its side where it needs to be. So now I gotta go out there and sweat again. Alright, got me a little tiny fab table. Alright, I'm gonna weld stuff together on the ground. The plan is to take these trailer axles and somehow fashion me a setup on either air cylinders or airbags. I can hook air to it. Drops a tire in the middle, and then I can hook some bars in the end and use it kind of like a wheelbarrow to move it in and out of my shop. We'll have to see how I dream up putting them axles on, but it should be a pretty cool table. Definitely a back saver because I can't lay on the ground anymore. I'm getting too old. The old Freedom Wheelies. Looking like a little bit of a wrecker. Not really. Got the crane on the back. Let's see if we can put this truck back together. Alright, as you can see, I got a new gear in there. Now we just got to put everything back together. Put you guys in the back seat, see if I can catch a time lapse of it. Alright, we got the whole dash put back together with the exception of this vent here. I'm going to show you guys everything's working. I decided not to put the OnStar computer back in. Whoop. And that's the only piece of hardware I had left over, and I'm pretty sure it was holding that OnStar computer in place. So let me see if I can get my flashlight in here just right, and I can show you guys. See down in there, let's zoom in a little bit. There we go. All right, let's see what we're on over here. We're on recirculate right now. Turn it to the air outside, and you can see that door coming down to close. Back to recirculate. She opens up. Working like it should. That popping noise should be gone in the mornings when it's cold. Stick this back in there. Kind of tough one-handed. Gotta get it go just right to line up with the vent behind it, and there we go. Cool. She's back together. Now I just gotta put my tools away, and we're done with the project. Well, now that's back together, I guess that's it for today's video. If you guys haven't subscribed already, please do so right here. Also, we got some other videos to check out. Go check those out. Until next time, remember to keep your adventures aimless, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.